Imagine a striker so dominant, so relentless, that even Father Time can't slow him down. How does Robert Lewandowski, approaching his late 30s, continue to shatter records and redefine what's possible? This isn't just about scoring, it's about an unbreakable spirit forging an unparalleled legacy. From the moment a young boy first kicked a ball on the streets of Warsaw, the path ahead was never easy. He was not born into a system that guaranteed stardom. There were no headlines proclaiming him a future superstar. Instead, there were questions about his body, his pace, his ceiling. Many doubted his raw athleticism. But what critics didn't understand was that Lewandowski possessed something far more powerful, a relentless internal drive. At Znicz, Pruszków, he began shaping his identity. Facilities were modest, spotlight small, but his hunger was enormous. Training sessions didn't end when the whistle blew. He stayed behind, repeating finishing drills, refining movement, perfecting timing. Every missed chance became motivation. Every goal became proof that he was building something unstoppable. He wasn't simply playing football, he was engineering himself into a striker who could not be ignored. That relentless scoring soon carried him to Lech Poznań, where pressure intensified and expectations grew. And still, Lewandowski answered the same way with goals. But beneath the surface, something more important was developing. Coaches began to see a different kind of striker emerging, one who understood space, angles, and timing at a deeper level. Lewandowski wasn't just reacting to the game, he was learning to control it. That evolution prepared him for the biggest leap of his career. When he arrived at Bayern Munich, excellence was demanded. At a club built on dominance, he was expected not only to score but to lead the line with authority. The transition wasn't just physical, it was psychological. The pace was faster, defenders stronger, margins smaller, but Lewandowski adapted with the same precision that had defined his journey. Match by match, season by season, he turned himself into the focal point of Bayern's attacking machine. And once he reached that level, he didn't just maintain it, he elevated it to something historic. Records fell, goal tallies climbed to extraordinary heights. He redefined what consistency looked like at the highest level. Yet, what made Lewandowski truly extraordinary wasn't just the numbers, it was his completeness. His link-up play brought teammates into the game, his pressing set the tone for the team's intensity, and his movement constantly disoriented defenders. He wasn't just a finisher, he was a system in himself. In Bayern's era of dominance, Lewandowski became the beating heart of a dynasty. And then, just when many thought his story had reached its peak, he made a decision that stunned the football world. At 34, when most players begin to decline, Lewandowski chose to leave his comfort zone and embrace a new challenge at FC Barcelona. A new league, a new language, a new tactical system. Everything was different. Critics wondered whether age would finally slow him down, but Lewandowski had spent his entire career proving people wrong. From his very first matches in Spain, he demonstrated that greatness built on discipline does not fade, it adapts. He scored, he led, he inspired. He showed that intelligence, positioning, and preparation can extend excellence. Far beyond what most consider possible, his body remained in peak condition because of an obsessive commitment to training, nutrition, and recovery. His mind remained sharp because of a constant pursuit of improvement. Even in the 2025-2026 season, as younger talents rise, Lewandowski continues to chase milestones with the same hunger he had as a teenager. The fire still burns, and the goals keep coming. To truly understand Lewandowski, you have to look beyond the goals and into the mind behind them. His positioning is not accidental, it is the result of hours of study, analysis, and awareness. He reads defenders, anticipates movements, and calculates spaces before they even appear. In many ways, he plays the game seconds ahead of everyone else on the pitch. He has embraced modern sports science and data, using analytics to refine his runs, his finishing angles, and energy management. But data alone cannot explain his success. What truly defines Lewandowski is his psychological strength. Football at the highest level brings pressure, criticism, and moments of failure. Every striker misses chances. Every legend faces doubt. But Lewandowski's response has always been the same: reset, refocus, and respond. He doesn't allow setbacks to define him, he uses them to sharpen himself. That mental resilience, combined with his discipline and intelligence, forms the foundation of his longevity. Now, as we step back and look at his career as a whole, the scale of his legacy becomes clear. Lewandowski stands among the greatest goal scorers in the history of the game. His numbers place him in elite company, but his influence goes even further. He has become a model for modern strikers around the world. Young players study his movement, his work ethic, his professionalism. They see not just a player, but a blueprint for greatness. From the lower leagues of Poland to the biggest stadiums in Europe, Lewandowski has built his legacy step by step, goal by goal, season by season. So when we ask how Robert Lewandowski continues to defy time, the answer reveals something deeper. It is about discipline that never wavers, ambition that never fades, and belief that never breaks. Because legends are not defined by how they begin, but by how they endure. And Lewandowski's story is still being written every time he steps onto the pitch, every time he finds the back of the net, every time he proves that greatness has no expiration date. This is more than the story of a striker. This is the story of an unbreakable spirit, a relentless pursuit of excellence, and a legacy that will echo through football history for generations to come.